Hello comrades, this is Soviet StickyPiston, and today we are going to take a break from all the PvP and instead I'm going to be showing you guys how to build this lovely machine behind me, as you can see. Now this is a pretty basic 4-bit redstone calculator. But before you guys all start getting your hopes up, I just want to say that this really is as basic as it gets. Both the input and the outputs come in binary, and the calculator can only do addition, so it's really quite simple. Nevertheless, you can see that there's still a lot going on. It's pretty complicated. There's a lot of logic gates all working together to bring you the correct answer to what would be a fairly simple sum for you or me. But before we really start the tutorial, I just want to address something that's probably been on your mind since you clicked on the video. What is the point? And to that I would say, there is no point. This is purely something fun to build in creative or in survival if you really want to. You can show it to your friends and try and show them how good you are at redstone, like, oh, I built a calculator, I'm really talented. Wow. Anyway, moving on to the tutorial part of this video, we need to start by making the input panel. So that means that you're going to want to place 2 blocks, a block apart, like so, and stick a lever on each one. And then underneath both of these, you'll put a redstone lamp to indicate if it's turned on or off. Once you've done that, leave a 1 block gap, and then repeat the same thing again, like so, until you've got 4 modules or 8 levers in total. I would suggest putting signs on the lamps to show the binary value of each lever, like so. So this would be 8, this would be 8 as well, 4, 2 and 1. It just helps make the maths a bit easier and it's easy to remember what each one stands for. With that finished, you can now move on to the hard part, which is the logic gates. So your first logic gate is going to be an AND gate, which means that you need 2 green wool here and here, some redstone dust, and a sticky piston pushing a block, and then over here you're going to want a repeater pointing that way like that. I should note before we move on that we are using color-coded wool for each of the logic gates. If you remember back to the logic gates video, I'm using the same colors as in those, so give that a watch and it'll help you understand this one a bit better. Okay, once you've done that, you want to have an OR gate, which means that you're going to need some blue wool, like that, and some repeaters pointing this way. There we are. And then once you've done that, you're going to take a output with some more blue wool and place it right. Yep, there we are. And put redstone just on top of that to carry the signal. Okay, once that's done, you need to add a block of pink wool there. Yep, that's right. With a redstone torch and some redstone dust on top. And then you need to add white wool with redstone dust on top of that as well. Okay, so now we've already almost finished the first layer. So what we're going to want to do is we need to add a sticky piston there. I'll get rid of that one. It needs to be pushing a block again, and we need some green wool with some redstone dust. And finally, a repeater going into a lamp, like that. And again, I would suggest putting a sign on it, just so you know what the value is. This one's 1. Okay, there we are. So yeah, that's your first layer done. That's a 2-bit redstone calculator already there. So this would be the other output from it, because you would have 2 outputs. So yeah, that's easy enough. Now, if you're anything like me, you've probably made a mistake, but it's worth checking anyway, just to make sure. So just give it a quick try. So 1 plus 0, yeah, that equals 1. So this would equal 2, by the way. So if both of these are down, it should make 2, and that one turns off. Yep, that all looks right. And yep, still working. So that's good. We can see that there's nothing wrong with this, and we can move on to the second layer. On the second layer, you're going to want to start in the same way that you did on the first layer. So you need AND gate here, a sticky piston, you know, you get the idea. repeater. Everything's the same basically. So there's an OR gate. There we are. Repeater. Oh, got in the way of that. Another repeater. More blocks. Even more blocks. And then you want a NOT gate as well. A pink wool. Here we are. And one thing which is slightly different actually is you need to make sure that these two redstone lines don't interfere with each other, and you can see that they are at the moment. So you stick a block there, that will sort it out. You need your redstone torch, of course, and a sticky piston. There we are. And what's next? Yep, okay, finish off the AND gate. There we are. So that's the first bit of it, and it's just the same as the first layer. Not too much going on there, pretty simple. Okay, so this is where it starts to get interesting. So you need to take a line of redstone dust up here to just behind this sticky piston, like this. I think this is right. Let me just check. Yep, that's right. So this is going to take part in the next circuit. So now you want to have another AND gate. That's some green wool there and there. You need redstone dust on top of both of these, so yep, that's feeding up from that line. Then you want a sticky piston on this side pointing this way, another block like that, and then you want a repeater with a line of redstone just in front of it like that. Okay, once again you're going to want to have another OR gate underneath, so that's blue wool. You need your repeaters, again, same as before. Block of blue wool there, and your redstone dust coming out. Except actually this time you want to have it so that it feeds into, hold on, yeah, okay, you want to have it feeding into a repeater like that, so you can go into that block later. Okay, so to finish the second layer, we add a NAND gate, which is basically a NOT gate and an AND gate rolled into one. So that's a sticky piston there, and a block of pink wool there to show that it's kind of a NOT gate as well. It's kind of confusing, so if this is turned on, it pushes it out of the way instead of pushing it into the way, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that's it. So then we want a redstone lamp again with a sign, get into a hotbar, and this one is 2. One thing which I did forget to mention actually this time around is, same as last time, we want redstone dust on top of this NOT gate here to go to the next layer. For the next 2 layers, it's basically just the same as the second layer, so instead of making you sit through me building it all again, I'm going to time lapse it. So before we can actually start using this, we need to connect up on the second and third layers, and fourth layer actually as well. This bit here, hold on, there we are, yep, like that. From this block here, so where the second AND gate is, or I guess it's the third AND gate actually, where the third AND gate is, you need to have a third output from it. Yeah, is it a third? I don't know. But basically you have another bit coming out the side, like this, going into here. And then just to make sure that nothing awkward happens, just replace that bit of redstone dust with a repeater like that. Then do that here as well, and finally do that there. Yeah, so do it here as well. Make sure that you've got it all connected up. Yep, okay, that looks good. And you want to stick a redstone lamp here as well, and a sticker sign on it. So this is 16. So just before you write off your calculator and say, okay, this is finished now, you just want to check it one last time. So let's come up with an addition to do. Let's do 3 plus 4, 7. So let's go over here and check. Yep, that looks like 7, 4, 2, and 1. Okay, let's do another one. Maybe one that's... Let's do 7 and 4, that should be 11. So, yep, that looks like 11. And let's just do one more, let's do 12 plus 12. That should be 24. Yep, it looks like that's right. So it looks like this calculator is fully working. And there we are, a complete calculator. One thing which I probably should have explained at the start of the video as well is that this calculator adds the number on the left to the number on the right and outputs it at the back. There's no need for an addition key, there's no need for an equals key either, because it's always addition and it always automatically gives the output. So hopefully you enjoyed this video or found it useful. If you did, please hit like, and if you really enjoyed it, I'd suggest subscribing. And that's all. I'll see you next time. Bye.